Bigfoot stomping in the dark, dark night. Aliens dancing in the pale moonlight. Cryptid chatter blowing up the airwaves. Dr. Hogwash gonna make your day. Dr. Hogwash, yeah, he's the boss. Taking all the secrets and scrubbing off the gloss. Dr. Hogwash, awesome. Turn it up loud. The truth is stranger and it's drawing a crowd. Oh, Sasquatch tracks, Roswell facts, tinfoil hats. Dr. Hogwash got your back. Dr. Hogwash, oh yeah, don't stop. Turn it up, it's a truth drop. Dr. Hogwash, oh yeah, don't stop. You ready now? Let's go pop, pop, pop.
For decades, we've been told that humanity's reach into space is slow, fragile, and painfully expensive. A few astronauts, a few stations, a handful of robotic probes drifting into the dark. But what if that picture is incomplete? What if, alongside the public space programs we all know, there has existed another one, older, far more advanced, and operating almost entirely out of sight? Tonight, we're talking about what many researchers, former insiders, and military whistleblowers call the secret space program, a hidden infrastructure of off-world technology, covert missions, and deep black budgets that may have been operating for decades or longer. And if even part of this is true, then space is not the final frontier. It is already occupied. So sit down and grab a cup of coffee and join me, your host, Dr. Hogwash, as we take a trip through the Stargate to the dark side of the moon and beyond. Segment 1. Where did the idea come from? The term secret space program didn't come from science fiction. It emerged from testimony, leaked documents, and patterns in military spending that simply don't add up. Since the Cold War, trillions of dollars have flowed into what are called black projects, programs so classified that even members of Congress are denied access. Not classified, but unacknowledged. We know these programs exist because the Pentagon itself admits that it cannot fully account for all of its spending. Entire budgets vanish into accounting categories that lead nowhere. Now, some of that is surely advanced aircraft, cyber warfare systems, and intelligence operations. But researchers point out something else. There are technologies that appear suddenly, fully functional, and decades ahead of what civilian science says should be possible. Stealth technology, advanced propulsion, materials with properties that shouldn't exist yet, and in some cases, craft reported by military pilots that do not match any known aerospace design. So the question becomes, where is this technology being tested, and where is it being used? Segment 2, Breakaway Civilization. One of the more radical ideas associated with the secret space program is the concept of a breakaway civilization. The idea is simple and unsettling. At some point in the mid-20th century, a group within the military-industrial complex gained access to advanced propulsion technology. Whether through secret research, captured foreign tech, or something far more controversial. And instead of sharing that technology with the public, they kept it. They used it to build infrastructure beyond Earth, bases, stations, shipyards, possibly even colonies. While the rest of humanity continued believing that space travel was limited to rockets and fragile capsules, this hidden group expanded quietly, protected by layers of secrecy and national security law. According to several whistleblowers, including former aerospace contractors, this off-world infrastructure may extend to the moon, Mars, and beyond. And the reason we never hear about it is because acknowledging it would instantly collapse the existing political and economic order. Energy, transportation, defense, global power structures, all of it would change overnight. So instead, the public program shows us tin cans and budget struggles, while the real hardware stays behind closed doors, or behind the curve of the Earth. Segment 3, anti-gravity, and non-conventional propulsion. Traditional rockets are loud, inefficient, and dangerous. We've all seen the explosions, the delays, the billions spent for a few minutes of thrust. But many secret space program claims involve something very different. Craft that move without wings, without visible exhaust, capable of instant acceleration and silent hovering. This lines up with decades of UFO reports from trained military observers, not civilians with cell phones, but fighter pilots and radar operators. Objects that can move from sea level to space in seconds, that can stop and start with no visible inertia, that can outpace anything we can officially build. Physicists have long theorized about propulsion methods based on manipulating gravity, space-time, or electromagnetic fields. In public science, these ideas remain theoretical. But what if they were solved in classified laboratories long ago? What if what we see as UFOs are not visitors, but assets? Human-made craft operating in a technology tier the public is not allowed to know exists. And if that's true, then secrecy is not just about national security, it's about technological containment. Segment 4. The moon is not what we think. Publicly, we're told that the moon is a barren rock. No atmosphere, no activity, no strategic value beyond science. But declassified documents show that the military has always been deeply interested in the moon as high ground, the ultimate surveillance platform, a perfect location for deep space monitoring, a place to test technologies far from public view. Some whistleblowers claim there are long-standing facilities on the far side of the moon, shielded from Earth-based telescopes. Others suggest underground structures, using natural lava tubes for radiation protection and concealment. What makes this idea more unsettling is that several astronauts have hinted, very carefully, that they observed things they were not allowed to discuss. Not little green men, but structures, objects, activity that did not fit the official narrative. And then there's Mars. Multiple former insiders claim there are operational installations there as well, with human personnel rotating through long-term assignments. If true, that would mean interplanetary travel is not a dream of the future. It is a routine logistical operation already underway, hidden behind a curtain of classified budgets and non-disclosure agreements that last a lifetime. Segment 5. Who runs it? Here's where the story becomes even stranger. According to many researchers, the secret space program is not fully controlled by elected governments. Instead, it operates through a network of defense contractors, private corporations, and compartmentalized military units that answer only to internal command structures. Not presidents, not parliaments, but boards. Budgets are approved in black channels. Personnel are recruited through classified pipelines. Families are told their loved ones are dead, or transferred, or reassigned. And the projects continue, generation after generation, completely disconnected from public oversight. This creates something unprecedented in human history. A technological civilization inside our own civilization, developing on a separate trajectory, with its own resources, goals, and strategic interests. And once that kind of system exists, the pressure to keep it hidden becomes overwhelming. Because exposure would not just reveal technology, it would reveal betrayal. Segment 6. Why now? Why are we hearing more about this? So why are these stories surfacing now? Why are former intelligence officers, military pilots, and defense contractors suddenly talking about off-world technology and recovered craft? Some researchers believe the secrecy is breaking down for 3 reasons. First, the technology gap between classified systems and public science is becoming impossible to hide. Civilian researchers are getting closer to energy and propulsion breakthroughs that threaten to expose what already exists. Second, geopolitical instability makes centralized secrecy harder to maintain. Information leaks, whistleblowers defect, documents surface. And third, there may be external pressures. Not necessarily extraterrestrial, but strategic realities in space. Asteroids, solar events, unknown objects entering the solar system. If humanity already has a covert space infrastructure, there may come a point where secrecy becomes less useful than cooperation, where the public needs to know that we are not as helpless as we've been led to believe, or, depending on your level of skepticism, that we were never meant to know at all. Segment 7. What does this mean for us? If the secret space program is real, then everything about our understanding of progress changes. It means clean energy technologies may already exist. It means advanced medical research may already be operating off-world. It means humanity's presence in the universe may be far larger than we've ever been told. But it also means something else. That history is being managed. That technological evolution is being controlled. And that public civilization may be several steps behind where it could be. Not because we can't handle the truth, but because power structures cannot survive it. And that raises the most uncomfortable question of all. If there is a hidden future already being built, who gets to live in it? And who is left on the launch pad, staring at the sky, wondering why nothing ever seems to change? For now, the secret space program remains officially non-existent. No press conferences, no confirmation, just testimony, financial anomalies, leaked memos, and a growing number of professionals willing to risk everything to say something is very wrong with the story we've been told about our place in the cosmos. Whether this is the greatest covert achievement in human history, or the most elaborate myth ever constructed around classified technology, one thing is certain. Whatever is happening above our heads, it is far more complex than a few satellites and weather balloons. And the sky may not be the limit. It may be the curtain. Thanks for watching. Dr. Hogwash, out.